Hi Libra, welcome to your reading. Let's see what you need to know right now. For Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placement, show me clearly. Okay. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Okay. That's crazy. We have Death, Giulia, the Soul Shrinker, and Iris of the Rainbow. That was a surprise card that came out underneath the Soul Shrinker. Almost want to say Soul Snatcher. Soul Snatcher. Oh, and then at the bottom we have the Bright Mother. Holy shit. Are you okay, Libra? Are you doing okay? I'm sending you good energy, lots of love, big hugs. You're going through a significant transformation, my dear. You're going through a metamorphosis. There's this unmasking, uncloaking, a reveal here that's taking place of some sort of deep-rooted fear, okay? Giulia is our fears. It's our worst nightmare. It is the things that we tell ourselves, the not so good things that we believe, and this is really where we're confronting this head on, and this could be revolving around negative self-talk, negative belief. Soul Shrinker is basically an energy where it's either us doing it to ourselves or it's someone external from us that is treating us terribly, talking terribly to us, being abusive, being controlling, being really unfair, unjust. And now this could just be you against yourself, you against your own inner demons. That seems to be a message that's been coming through for the collective through these last couple of readings. And Iris of the Rainbow is basically like this storm passes as soon as you recognize this lesson, as soon as you recognize what's going on here, what this fear really is about. When you finally lift this sheet, when you finally take off the mask, when you finally show who's boss. That's actually what I'm getting from this. When you finally stand up to the big boogeyman, it's kind of like when you're a kid, you're scared of the shadows, you're scared of the dark, there's a monster under your bed, there's a monster in the closet, and you know, your parent comes in, they turn on a light, they open the closet, there's nothing there, right? There's nothing there. So whatever fears or worries or doubts that you're experiencing at this moment, Iris of the Rainbow, it's going to pass, and it's almost like there's nothing there, or everything that you worked yourself up about, turns out it was nothing. Turns out it was just here to scare you, to control you, to keep you stuck, or to keep you stale, stagnant, stuck in what is familiar, even though what's familiar may not be so great. So it's intense stuff, but you persevere, you overcome. You really do need to watch the way you speak to yourself. And if you're dealing with someone that's treating you with disrespect, or they're gossiping, or they're talking shit, you can't surround yourself with that any longer. You can't. Someone keeps raining on your parade. That's not fair. That's not okay. And you don't deserve that. So it's about time you start to ask yourself, why do I accept this? What am I going to do about it? You know, and it's even about yourself. If you're treating yourself poorly, why do you accept that from yourself? Why? You don't have to continue accepting that. You get to choose, though. It's up to you. It's always up to you. Okay, we have the Four of Cups with the Page of Swords. So you have the information. You have clarity / you have this nugget of truth. You're just learning how to grapple it, trying to see how this sword is very big in her hands. So it's probably like getting used to new weight, getting used to a new concept, a new idea, a new approach, a new technique. And you're sitting with it, and you're observing it, and you're feeling it out. And it might feel a little foreign. It might feel a little uncomfortable. We do have the devil actually at the bottom of the deck. So is there something you're overlooking? Is there something you're struggling with adapting to? Is there something you're like, yeah, I already said that. Is there something you're overlooking? Because Four of Cups, well, in this card, he's more grounded and he's more centered and he's kind of in this Zen meditative state. In other Four of Cups, it's like you're not quite seeing it. There's something you're focusing on the lack, or you're focusing on what you don't have, right? But I'm feeling as if that's not this. This is really more of you grasping a new concept, a new idea, a new way of perceiving, looking at yourself, looking at life. It's like a new lens that you're looking through, a new filter that is different than what you previously had. It's like getting a new contact lens prescription. Maybe you need to get your eyes tested. New contacts, new glasses. We have the Devil at the bottom. Devil, the Moon, and the Five of Cups. Okay, so there's like the shadow. You're like, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel like something's off? Why do I feel not so happy? Or, you know, I'm happy for a moment and then this deep, dark, black cloud just comes over and is weighing on me, and there's this dark presence and I can't seem to escape it. I can't seem to run from it, or it keeps coming back up, okay? There's this bringing up the subconscious roots and patterns and addictions that we fall back into, whether we're aware of it or not. I think you are becoming aware of it, or you're just starting to become aware of it. And I mean, the Moon and the Devil, this is where we can be acting in ways that are very shadowy, very draining, very tiring and emotional. And it's like, what are we giving our power away to? Who are we giving our power away to? What are we telling ourselves? What is it that we're focusing on? And can we choose differently? Moon and the Devil. Okay, well, let's keep going. You need to get grounded during this time. Okay, show me clearly what's going on with Libra. Knight of Pentacles, very much grounded energy. Showing some kind of restraint as well, right? Squirrels, they batshit crazy. Excuse me. This squirrel has reins on it, right? It's like learning how to slow down, learning how to be more present, learning how to not always be on the go. Even though we had the chariot at the bottom, I was like, let's get going. Foot on the gas. Let's get it moving. But this is where we need to be intentional. This is where we need to be cautious. We need to have a plan. We need to show up consistently, because not everything is going to change overnight. Chariot at the bottom, Knight of Pentacles and the Chariot. This is like, you're making a lot of progress, but there's a lot that you have yet to go through, / a lot that has yet to unfold. Like, this feels like this is something that's going to be months. What is this? Chariot, Ace of Pentacles, the Empress. Maybe something about Taurus season is important, but I'm seeing something over the next couple of months. Maybe even till Cancer season. It's interesting because Jupiter in Cancer stationed direct. It was retrograding since November of last year. There seems to be this slow, gradual push forwards. It's not something that just happens instantly, but it's through your awareness, it's through practice, it's through mindfulness, it's through consistency, and it's through steady dedication each and every fucking day, every hour, every second, every minute that goes by, which takes you closer to your goal, or closer to whatever this end goal is, or whatever it is that you're starting, whatever the fuck we're talking about here. I'm just seeing in my mind's eye, like when you download something and, 0 to 100%, and each day you're seeing the percent increase, 1%, 2, 20%, 21, 70%, 71, 73, like, you're seeing slow but steady. It's like you're going to get there. You're going to reach completion. But you got to keep going. You got to keep moving. And it's something about like the long haul or the long game. and practicing patience, getting used to this new way of being, this new concept, this new mindset, this new normal. 6 of Cups. Okay, so then the past comes back around. 7 of Swords at the bottom. This is where things from our past are resurfacing. We're being reminded of old times. We're being reminded of old memories. This is where we're feeling triggered and we feeling like we got to be on the defense or we got to look over our shoulders. This is where we're feeling criticized by others. 6 of Cups is bringing in flashback, deja vu. We've been here before. Maybe this is bringing up familiar people, or even if it's new people, but it's giving, what the fuck? I can't speak. Let me just shut up for a second. Okay. I hope I can speak now. Giving familiar energy, even if it's new faces and new places, but it's like, this is oddly familiar. I've been here before. So that's why we need to be careful and intentional so that we don't find ourselves falling back into old ways, old habits. And it's probably going to happen, you know, creating new habits, creating new cycles. Takes time, practice, consistency, redirection often. If we're working on how we speak to ourselves, our self-worth, you're going to notice, especially as you're changing your inner dialogue and you're thinking more positively in your favor, when the little voice oh my God, I can't speak. When the little voice creeps up and saying, you're a failure, you're not good enough, you're going to be like, oh my God, like this keeps coming up. It's like, you just got to push through it. Don't let that control you. Immediately redirect. I am the shit. I am amazing. I am worthy. I am talented. Like, you have to shut this shit down. Okay. This is just something that's trying to stop you, trying to keep you stuck. Your old self, your past self, just trying to win. But no. They're going to lose. But yeah, 7 of Swords, King of Wands, Ace of Wands. Definitely seeing new energy, new potential, new beginnings to handle things differently, but to not let your past get you all caught up and tangled. Don't let your past hold you back. And I'm also seeing you need to invite more play, more fun, more enjoyment in your life, more pleasure. Learning how to play again, inviting your inner child out for a little date. 3 of Cups, yeah. King of Cups at the bottom. Maybe you need to go somewhere where there's like water, a beach, a lake, a river. I'm just drawing, like, you know, we got a lot of water energy coming through. You got a lot of water in your reading, so I feel like you're needing like the water element. Maybe you got strong water placements in your chart. But yeah, I'm seeing like this is a time where you're having to kind of loosen the grip. Invite more play, invite more fun, more spontaneity, especially if you've been feeling a little stuck, stale, bored, stagnant in your life. You're needing a little change in your day-to-day routine, switch it up a little bit, bringing in a little bit more fluidity, flexibility, a little bit more movements, you know? I think that would be very good for you. And I'm seeing that there are opportunities coming up to bring you and your connections closer in friendships and romance, in family. King of Cups, the Star, Justice, wish fulfillment, wishy wish, a wish come true. You wish upon a star, boom, here we got it. We have Libra energy, you, as well as Aquarius. King of Cups, there's healing. There's this energy of restoring yourself, repairing yourself. You may be physically healing from something or recovering from some sort of, you know, illness, physical pain that you've been going through. You're recovering. There's an energy of you recovering and restoring yourself back to 100%. Now, let me feel this out. By showing up as your most authentic self, it will align you to who you're meant to. It will align you to who you're meant to be around, who you're meant to connect with, who you're meant to share your life with, who you're meant to commit to. By you showing up truthful, authentic, you don't water yourself down. You don't hold back from your heart, from expressing your true emotions. It shows you who is the right fit for you. It shows you who your real friends are. You know, people that will call you out on your shit and be like, yo, Libra, why are you talking badly about yourself? You're amazing. Snap out of it. I love you. But stop. I love you so much, but I recognize this. That's not okay. You need to stop that right fucking now. Sometimes, you know, your friends, they'll tell you the good things and they'll also call you out on your shit. That's a real friend. That's a real friend right there. Ten of Cups. Look at all the cups in this reading. Cups and cups and cups. Fill your cup up, my friend. Four of Pentacles is at the bottom. Why you hold them back? Okay, there's a little bit of energy of like, it's the fears. It's Giulia. It's Soul Shrinker dude trying to trick you and be like, this isn't gonna last. But it is. But it is. But if you tell yourself it's not gonna last, then baby, then it will be slipping through your fingers. It won't be sustainable. Ten of Cups. Happy home, happy life, happy wife, everybody here feeling good, celebrating, being together, making beautiful memories, feeling safe, secure, feeling like, okay, I belong. These are my people. Three of Cups, Ten of Cups. I am seeing opportunities for celebration. I'm seeing fun events taking place, these plans that you and your friends or you and your loved ones, you and your partner are making and doing and experiencing, making real good memories. That's awesome. And then Four of Pentacles at the bottom. You're like, either this is you wanting to cling on to the moment. You're like, I don't want this to end. I don't want tomorrow to have, I don't want this day to end. Can this last a little bit longer? But then I'm also seeing, let's see. Four of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and Temperance, and the World. Okay. Don't hoard this energy. Don't hoard. Whether that be hoarding your money, hoarding your energy, hoarding your time, like this, because it's showing with Temperance, you always have enough. There's never a lack. There's never a shortage. Here you are, Queen of Pentacles, so abundant, so full, so sustainable. Everything that you've built, everything that you've established, everything that you work so hard for is here. It's not going to leave. It's not going to disappear overnight. Just because you wake up in a bad mood or had a bad day or whatever, it's not going to just slip away and disappear. Right? But here we have this energy of, what if I lose it all? Or what if this doesn't last? Dude, you have more than enough. You have more than enough. There's this need to keep the momentum going. There's this need to keep that flow. Okay? Like money comes in, money comes out. Love goes in, love goes out. Not to block the flow. I'm seeing a tap, like a water tap. Turn the tap on. Just this endless stream. But then this Four of Pentacles is where there's a blockage. This is where there's a clogged drain. Nothing can drain properly. So there's a blockage that you're in the process of removing. We have the World coming out, Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. This is your own self. This is the fucking message that keeps coming out in today's readings. The only thing that's getting in the way is you. So check your mind, keep things in perspective, assume in your favor, assume best case scenario, think in your favor. Stop thinking negatively against you. Everything that you think, everything that you speak will be proven to you in your life, in your reality. What you say goes. So be very intentional. Be very intentional. What you're saying, what you're thinking, what you're telling others, what you're telling yourself. Because it constantly is being shown up. So it stems from within. The more confident, the more secure, the more grounded you are, the better your life will be. I'm seeing here you're working through personal blockages, internal blockages, your fears, your worries, your doubts, even things that are deeply programmed or connected to your upbringing. This can bring up, you could call it family curse. Curse, you're not cursed. Use that use different language. It's not a curse. Okay? I don't know who the fuck you keep saying that shit. Stop saying that. Giving it life. Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. Maybe you need to move. Some of you straight up just need to move, but you're like scared to, or you don't know how, or you're getting caught up in like, well, I need this to happen or that to happen, or I need to, getting all caught up in the how. You just need to know the what it is you want, why do you want it, and let the rest unfold and fall into your lap. Nine of Pentacles and the World. A personal issue reaches resolution. This is you finally getting over yourself in some way. Four of Pentacles, Temperance, Four of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Temperance. You always have enough. This is you switching from the lack mindset to the abundant mindset. You always have enough. There is never a shortage. Everything in life is temporary. Nothing lasts forever. Ten of Cups. This is ultimate joy, ultimate fulfillment. Sharing beautiful memories, creating beautiful memories. Someday you'll look back, be like, wow, right? So being more present instead of being like, oh, I don't want this to end. I don't want this to end. Be in the moment. Soak it up. Enjoy. Have fun. You deserve it. Like I said, nothing lasts forever. So that's why it's so important to enjoy what you got while you got it. Because one day, you and I, we ain't gonna even be here on this floating rock, right? Nothing lasts forever. Even the bad times, temporary, doesn't last forever. In the moment, it feels like it's fucking forever. It feels like it's never gonna end, but it will. Even the good times, right? It's all temporary. Nothing lasts forever. So, but just because this Ten of Cups, oh my God, it's not good. I don't want tomorrow. I don't want this to end. Don't worry. You'll have this again. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. You don't need to worry, my friend. Like, it's good. Good stuff. We go from, look at the transition. Four of Cups, Six of Cups, Three of Cups, and then Ten of Cups. It's like, there's this movement. You got a lot of cups here, a lot of feels. I mean, let me look into death here. Let's see what's changing. What is changing? Obviously, you're going through big transformation, and maybe this transition in your life is overwhelming or can feel very scary or confusing at times. Tell me about death for Libra. King of Cups. Your emotions are changing. Your inner state is changing, right? How you feel about the circumstances, how you feel about particular people, places, your work, everything right now that seems to be pulling at you emotionally and pulling at your heartstrings, it's changing. That's at the bottom, Seven of Pentacles, right? The more that you observe, the more that you are just watching, paying attention, taking note of what you like, what you don't like, making certain adjustments. There's this big shift that you're undergoing. Three of Pentacles. Making your life easier. Empress, right? Fool at the bottom. These changes that are taking place, although it's steady, it's quite slow, it's gradual. I feel, didn't we say this before? No, I'm probably mixing it with the other reading I did. But this is something that is happening gradually. Slowly but surely. This is like months, maybe even years in the making, right? This journey that you've been on, you maybe have been part of this journey or even part of this channel for however many months or however many years, right? Awesome. I love that. Anyways, let's get back to this. Steady progress. There's a lot of expansion. There's a lot of fertility. You're moving in the right direction. Trust in yourself. You're going to be pushed out of your comfort zone in the near future, though. The Fool, the Emperor, Five of Cups. There may be some part of you, Five of Cups and the Eight of Swords, some part of you that's scared or sad to leave behind what's familiar, right? Maybe there's still some part of you that kind of enjoys being unhappy. Misery loves company. Maybe there's some part of you that feels comfort in feeling lower or sad or angry. Like maybe you've gotten very used to that vibration. And so now that, you know, your whole world is opening up, it's new, it's different. Part of it feels good, but then there's another part of you, and it's probably the soul shrinker, and it's probably Jihubia, your past self, old energies that are saying, no, we're not ready for this. I don't deserve this. Like, it's just your mind playing tricks on you. Okay. Emperor and the Fool. This is double Aries energy as well as Aquarius with the Fool. This is you taking matters into your own hands, taking the next step, being brave, being bold, being fearless, being brilliant and beautiful, and kicking ass. You're kicking some ass, all right? Ace of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Okay, so you know these setbacks, you're turning these losses into lessons, and you're turning it around in your favor, and you're using this as motivation to get the fuck out of a shitty situation or shitty mindset or shitty job or shitty relationship. Like this, you're experiencing some kind of setback, financial loss, a hit to your health, whatever this setback is, it is going to be the beginning story of your breakthrough. One day you're looking back at this, be like, whoa, that was the moment that changed everything, that pivoted me towards unlocking my career path or unlocking this relationship, you know, this home. I found this home, and if it wasn't for this experience, I wouldn't have found this place, or, you know, everything serves a reason. So that is what I got for you. I think I'll leave your reading here. I ain't got nothing else to say. But let me know if it resonates. Private readings are available down below. You can find me on my Instagram and TikTok at JadeStoneTarot. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.